Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are currently still attempting to fortify this location. Now, we are still under very constant attack, although I've taken to running the game for 1 hour before starting the episode when I first started up, because otherwise it calculates the supply zones and it plays a sound every time I start and do the intro. And it would appear that they stopped attacking in that 1 hour, so good job, guys. But we are definitely making a lot of progress over here. So we can see that we are currently building dockyards here. There are no factories assigned. If we take it another hour, then we will see that the factories get assigned in. So that's great. As far as our New Zealand invasion goes, I don't know that this is going to be a super successful invasion, in all honesty. I have a sneaking suspicion that these guys are probably all going to die, but we'll see what ends up happening over there. Of course, we are working on building some naval dockyards over there, and hopefully we'll make some progress there. Now, as far as Pratihara Australia goes, yeah, we need to fight them. We have this over here and this up here. Both are footholds gotten by Free India that we have no control over, and I'm not necessarily okay with that. I would hope that Free India doesn't get this entire continent. We'll see what ends up happening, but we do have a fair number of units on the way over here. So that is great. In the meantime, we'll see how this ends up playing out. These guys don't actually have any supplies, so I'd prefer that they didn't attack. Please don't attack, guys. Just try to buy time. You're going to need supplies. And they're probably going to get pushed off. Oh, hello. We can demote Blackfoot. That's great. And let's go ahead and modify their Lend-Lease. Actually, this is completely fine. It's just taking a long time for that to get there. Okay, now the question is, do they let us build supply throughput over here or not? Are we also building land forts here? Because we should be. We're building land forts here, but not in these locations. Okay, let's build land forts, as well as some naval bases, and hope that we can hold this line. I don't know that they're going to attack us before we get that done or not, but they probably will. And we can see over here, we're not currently being attacked here. So I'm expecting that we get pushed out of New Zealand. I'm expecting that this holds. As far as Australia goes, I'm expecting that we make gains over here, to be sure. So that will be great when that actually starts. Now, we do want to aggressively execute this battle plan, or these battle plans, plural. I'm just fascinated to see that they haven't attacked us over here. We're about to get 9 supplies in. 9 supplies aren't a ton. When you consider that we only need 23, that's not terrible, actually. But we are really taking a lot of out-of-supply hits right now. And this is not complete for another 3 days. Oof. If they're smart, they'll attack. Question is, are they smart? I'm shocked they haven't attacked yet. It's under a day away from when we start getting supplies in. And there we go. We're starting to get supplies now. That's actually 19 throughput? Why is that 19 throughput? Oh, there's a local supply base there? Interesting. Very interesting. Now they're beginning to attack us. Presumably because they're afraid that we started to get supplies. We did get pushed out of this region. We have supplies, though. We may be able to hold this now. Maybe. I'm not holding my breath on that one. Unfortunately, it looks like Free India is getting all of this territory over here, which I would really prefer they weren't. How are they doing in Japan? They're actually getting pushed back in Japan. I'm reasonably happy about that. Yeah, we got pushed out of there. Does that reduce... Okay, we only lost 3 supplies there. That's not too bad, all things considered. We're actually attacking over here, which we're on normal, not aggressive, so that's okay. Okay, we're just trying to take this and hold this. We may or may not succeed, but we have supplies over here, which means that they're going to have a very hard time pushing us out now. And we're starting to get those land forts built. So we may actually hold in New Zealand. Over here, it looks like they're not all that interested in attacking us. We only have 18 supplies. So that is noted. This guy is unbalanced. Okay. I think we'll let these dockyards continue to build up for now before we change that. I would love it if Free India would start giving us some of this territory that we are clearly taking and Free India clearly has nothing to do with. That would be nice, Free India. Yeah, they have managed to push us back here, but that's okay. I think we hold this. I don't think they have the ability to push us out of here at this point. We could think about moving another army in over here. But I think we're not going to for right now. It would take time to get here, sure, but we do need to let these naval bases build up. In the meantime, we'll just dig in over here. And of course, we are attacking over here quite heavily. We don't control any of this territory, which makes me very, very sad. That said, we have taken some of these naval bases that we built over here, so that is giving us some supply throughput in this supply zone, which is good because we need it. We definitely need the supplies. Okay, so that's ongoing. They're attempting to attack us over here. That's reasonably okay, though. I don't think they push us out of this, in all honesty. In reality, though, we should do is we should remove all orders here from this army. Remove all orders. There we go. And then put in a front line here. And set the offensive line to simply be this. What does that look like? Yeah, I'm okay with it. We'll not execute this just yet, I don't think. Yeah, we'll hold off on that for now. But I don't think they push us out of this. Especially not once we get these guys evenly spread out here. So that's great. I don't assume that we have the ability to build infrastructure here. No, we absolutely don't. But that's okay. I don't mind. Any of this territory getting flipped to us? No? Sad. I'd very much like it if it was. That said, we still have additional troops flowing to the front line, and that is absolutely wonderful. And yeah, we're winning these battles. That is as expected. Free India is getting attacked up here. That's fine. I'm also interested in checking Blackfoot's... Okay, yeah. The Lend-Lease is taking a long time to get to them. There's no doubt about that. Noted. Now, as far as this goes, our supply throughput here is coming up. It's up to 21. So that's good. And I wouldn't mind telling this guy to start attacking a little bit more aggressively. However, I'm not sure that that's currently a smart idea. Just thinking about this. Yeah, I think we should hold off on this and not tempt fate. We should let these naval bases finish building. That's Free India over there. Okay. As far as this over here goes, we're holding this just fine. These are mountain provinces where we're a little bit dug in, and we have reasonable resources now. Actually, we're doing very well on supplies here. We should actually consider running attacks, because our supplies are actually perfect now in here. That is glorious to see. And yeah, we're justifying on Creek, but not like we're actually going to be able to do much there. It doesn't look like these guys are too interested in attacking us over here at this point. So we are just going to let these shipyards continue building. For right now, we definitely need to work on our supplies. There's no doubt about that. 61 out of 24. 4.36 of those are coming in from the air. Yeah. We need to work on our supplies over there for sure. Looks like we have managed to push them back over here. That's great. Now I am noticing that we don't have a front line over here, and that this has changed things somewhat. So we're going to remove their orders, and we're going to put in a front line here and a front line here. And we're going to select... Actually, we're going to select all of these. We're going to assign all of them to this front line. And then we're going to select half of the current divisions and assign them to this front line. Okay. And then these guys, we want to have an offensive line be here. Excellent. And then these guys, how can we select just the guys assigned to this order? Control right click. Got it. Excellent. And then we can do an offensive line there over to here. How does that fill in? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Not this army. Which army was that? This army? Yes. Go ahead and execute that. Wonderful. If we can get the South Island here, then New Zealand certainly falls. As far as this over here goes, there's a lot of fighting. We have supply issues, mostly because Free India is being jerks and not letting us manage the supplies. As far as this over here goes, it's coming along. I wouldn't exactly call it great, but it's going okay. We can definitely work on naval bases here, and we can work on land forts over here as well. And it looks like we're pushing back... Who is this? Pratihari, Australia? Nope, Ayutthaya, Australia. That's fine. And we're continuing to push them back on multiple fronts. I do wish we were getting some of this territory and not Free India, but... Free India is being jerks. I mean, they definitely chose the way of pain. There's no doubt about that. So, Free India. Oh, they would actually give us control of a state. Or no, we want to ask for control of state. I keep doing that. They would not currently do this because they think that that would give us an unfair share of occupied territory. Can we kick them out of our faction? Like, legitimate question here. Just be like, look, Free India, y'all are being jerks. Can you stop? Be nice. Okay, so I want to select the guys assigned to this order. They're coming up here right now. So we definitely want to, as soon as they grab this, this is going to go away, right? We want to frontline this over here. So we probably want to extend this front line. Actually, we can't. Noted. So we're going to need to delete this front line, or rather, it's going to delete itself, right? We're going to need to move them over to this front line and assign them here. And honestly, I feel like we may as well give them an offensive line of, like, just... Whoa. No, don't move, guys. Don't move there. Come on over here. There you go. Give them an offensive line of, honestly, just like that. How does that fill in? Okay, that's not ideal. Let's modify that offensive line, if we can. Maybe. Something like that. Sure. And I'm going to delete this invasion order. That's not necessary. Okay. And we will go ahead and execute that one. Wonderful. Now, it'll probably be difficult for us to get across onto the North Island, but that's okay. We're pushing these guys back over here, and we mostly just want to keep these guys busy. Excellent. As far as Australia goes, I'm still upset that India's controlling all of it. In fact, I'm very upset about that. If India ends up walking away from this with Australia, I'm going to be like, dude, we got to talk. I mean, I'm already like, dude, we got to talk. As in, Free India's got to get out of this faction eventually. But I don't want to fight Free India before we're out of this war, right? Like, I want to fight either Free India or the Ming Empire after this. But I don't want to fight Free India and all of these others at the same time. That's the key thing. How are we doing over here? We haven't checked in on this in a little while. We're up to a naval base level of 5. That's great. Every time we get an upgrade here, we get 3 more supplies. We may want to upgrade this guy at this point to aggressively execute this plan. He's going to take losses. Like, he's going to lose this a lot. But I want to be weakening these guys. Eventually, we should theoretically push them back. I'm going to assign you to this army. And then you can go in here. And then these guys, I think, are going to need... Oh, we do have some empties over here. Fine. Go for it. We just lost a huge chunk over here. In fact, we're losing large chunks over in this region. Noted, and that's pretty much exclusively due to supplies. Meanwhile, in New Zealand, where we actually control it, it's amazing what happens when you play the logistics game, Free India. Come on, guys. They're not playing the logistics game. We definitely should consider attacking the Falkland Islands. And I'm going to tell this army to come down here and just prepare for a naval invasion. From here to here. Excellent. When does this war goal expire? 18 October. Noted. So we should declare this. Let's see, who would come in? Pratihara, Australia, and Brazil. We don't care. Excellent. So we'll take out the Falkland Islands. And as expected, we appear to be doing quite well on New Zealand. Wait a second. We're retreating here. We do have reinforcements coming in. Okay, they have a fair amount over here of troops. Noted. We should definitely consider reinforcing our front lines here. And just entrenching in all the way in all of these locations. Excellent. Supplies-wise, we're doing absolutely fine. I'm not too concerned about that. We also may want to consider moving, say, 5 of these units over to this front, temporarily. Okay. We'll head down over there. And in the meantime, we are continuing to attack in Australia, and we are starting to make some ground here. So that's very, very good. We can, at this point, unify our line, right? We can, I mean, not counting this army, which is this one. We can deselect this army, and then we can remove all of their orders. Or actually, we could not do that. Right. We can't issue orders like this. We're going to need to remove this order, as well as this order, and this order. That's fine. And then we will go ahead and put in a new front line on this entire front, like so. And then we will tell them that their offensive line is simply the whole continent. There. Beautiful. Go ahead and execute that. They'll rearrange and do some stuff, but that's okay. So we should be able to hold this off for a while here. We're doing some attacking and defending. That's to be expected, of course. These guys are pulling back off of this front line. And we're coming down to reinforce this area. And we're doing that, of course, in order to punch through here. We do have some unassigned divisions, which is a good thing. We need them, specifically in this army. So off they go. Wonderful. Now we are continuing to attack over here. We're not doing very much damage, but that is, of course, to be expected. And we're trying to do this just to tie them up so that they're not attacking us. We're attacking them. And that is great. So we definitely need to consider getting more supplies in here, right? And we're working on that. There's only so much of that we can do. In Australia, things are still grim because they're, you know, free India colored. And we don't like it when things are free India colored. Like, that's just disgusting. Why would you want this when you can have this? It's so much better. So much better. Of course, in the meantime, we're just keeping these guys tied up over here while we attack down this way. And this has also pulled some troops off of the Australian lines, I'm pretty sure. So that's great. Is there any way to walk to Tasmania? No, there is not. I didn't figure there would be, but figured I'd double check. So that is completely fine. This looks fine, honestly. I don't think there's a problem here. I really, really don't. Are we working on any other naval bases up here? Yeah, there's still naval bases queued. I really don't think this is a problem. I do think that we should work on land forts here, if we can. So we can hopefully hold this and not get pushed back again. But we'll give that a go. Excellent. How are we doing in Australia? It's still suspiciously free India colored. And I'm not a fan of that. In the slightest. Free India, can we not? Pro tip, the answer is no. Free India definitely will. In terms of our battle plan, by the way, against Free India, I've been thinking about that. And I think the way forward is to take their mainland holdings over here and then just go after their island holdings after that. I think that'll make it very difficult for them to do anything. Whoa, these guys are starting to retreat? Whoa, we pushed them? We've actually pushed them. Okay, now we haven't pushed them. But we briefly pushed them there. That was ridiculous. I didn't expect that to be a thing. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. How are we doing over here anyway? 90%. Yeah, that compliance growth is going up incredibly slowly at this point. Noted. Justification of conquering the Bahamas is finished. So we will, of course, declare on them. That would bring in Pratihara, Australia. We're already fighting. We don't care. These guys, are they ready to invade yet? Nope. They need another 70-some days. Okay. That is completely fine. And with that, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue our conquest of New Zealand and apparently Free India's conquest of Australia. This is very upsetting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, I was going to say supplies, but it's actually subscribes and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.